pains me to say it, but Insulate Britain are the most successful direct action group of modern times. They have zero democratic legitimacy. Nobody voted for them to stop ambulances on London's busiest roads. And some of their most visible spokesmen are pompous hypocrites. But in the space of just 6 weeks, their infuriating antics have earned them greater name recognition than Extinction Rebellion or any of the other fringe groups that use undemocratic acts of disruption to advance their agendas. Even now, I can imagine some people screaming at their screens, asking, why is it that we, the media, keep on giving these loons the oxygen of publicity? And I've got some sympathy with that point of view. On the couple of occasions I've had Insulate Britain in the studio, I've tried to focus on the iniquity of their tactics rather than what it is they actually want. Why should their illegality be rewarded with a platform to push their propaganda on anyone? But it's not really quite that simple, is it? Today, a reminder of how Insulate Britain have made an unexpected discovery that's allowed them to transform really fairly pathetic attempts at stopping the traffic into a kind of public relations alchemy. Why is it that their cheap, sometimes sickening stunts keep on delivering masses of media coverage? It's simple. Insulate Britain have turned all of us into amateur anthropologists. What do I mean by that? Well, an anthropologist is someone who studies human behaviour. Every encounter at a motorway junction or arterial route is no longer just about how the police unblock the road. It's now much more unpredictable than that, and I would argue, gripping in a grim sort of way, the roads of London have effectively become laboratories for a huge experiment in human nature and the elasticity of our patience. And thanks to smartphones and social media, we all get to judge the results. Our fascination increasingly stems from the methods of public resistance, as varied as the personalities that inhabit every lorry cab or van or estate or saloon car on the roads today. And today we saw just how utterly surreal this can all get. One motorist, that motorist, leapt from his vehicle with his bagpipes and proceeded to play very loudly until that happened, within close earshot of activists. It won't be lost on anyone that the police, who'd failed to remove the demonstrators, did object to the din made by Bagpipe Man and moved him on. Insulate Britain, well, they applauded that. Did you see that? They applauded as he was led away. They approve of direct action so long as it's their direct action, not anybody else's. At another junction, another citizen superhero got in on the act. This was Ink Man, who worked his way along a line of protesters, spraying ink in their faces. There was something, I would submit, gloriously British about all this, born of frustration with a legal stalemate. Commuters seeking to take back control of the roads without giving in to the temptations of actual physical violence. However, if I was Home Secretary, I'd be worried. This experimentation on the limits of British toleration is being tested, potentially right up to destruction. Sticks and stones and ink and bagpipes never hurt anyone. But at another junction today, a lorry driver, presumably at the end of his tether, threatened to drive his vehicle over prone protesters. As any student of Marvel Comics will remind you, not all superhero stories end well.